Okay, so we ended the session after a. Oh wait, no, sorry. We had a. I say we. Both Kova and Laoban met with the captain of the ship, which was
captain.
a privilege. The fierce and extremely charismatic captain of the ship. You found out his name was Silla, as he told you himself, and was confirmed by Nigel. He basically opened up to Kova after finding out that Kova was the son of the previous Avatar, which was a big fucking deal. So yeah, he basically confessed that he was actually a huge fan and would like to, take some time to get to know Kova a little better because of that. And has actually offered you your own private suite for you and your friends. As morning comes, you're all sort of jostled awake by the not so gentle rocking of the ship against the waves, the sound of distant birds cawing, and the sound of and footsteps of the various pirates on the upper deck as they go about their daily duties.
Do you know what? I think that's the first time I've ever slept in a bed that I didn't have to share with Blake. And you know what? I think I quite like it. Because normally we sleep in a single bed and top and tail. But I'll be honest, I think I prefer having the bed to myself.
This is some new lore I'm going to have to write down.
I'm just going to be a bit quiet. Didn't have that great a night, so I'm just going to sulk in my little corner.
I mean, how did everyone else sleep?
All right.
Yeah.
all the battle wounds.
There's too much rocking in the ship. I don't like it.
You're not used to a bit of
I'm not used to
back
a bit
and forth.
To be fair, I've never slept on a ship either, so there's a lot of new experiences for me today. Met pirates, I've been kidnapped, got to sleep in a bed for myself. We had some pretty strong drinks as well. I'm not really used to drinking much outside of tea, so
drinks. Yeah, I forgot about the drinks.
Yeah. Nigel seems nice. He seems nice.
He brought us all that. Oh yeah. Seems really nice.
I mean, I've never been kidnapped before, so I'm not sure how many times kidnappers give us food and wine. But
kidnappers willingly on the boat. They quote unquote liberated us.
Oh, of course, liberated. That's sorry, Nigel. No offense.
Nigel is not here. Okay. Nigel slept in the communal quarters
of course,
the rest of the pirates slept in. So it is just the 5 of you at the moment. The door has a lock on the inside, which I'm assuming you guys utilized when you got on the ship.
Oh god, yeah. After that weird simp.
So what's the captain like? You guys met him, didn't you?
Yeah, he was.
Do you have any idea of what we're going to be doing next? I mean, I see him seeing as you met the captain. You must have talked about something.
Yeah, he just mentioned how he was going to take us to his special camp, and are you okay?
Every time I head foot.
I mean, is that the only thing you have to tell us about? Is that all it was? He's going to take us somewhere? Nothing else notable about him?
It's kind of like Laoban, let them take over, because I'm just done.
Oh Lord,
I'm done with talking.
Oh Lord,
I'm in a bit of a mood.
I know what, I've taken way too much alcohol to the head, and I don't remember a fucking thing that went on.
Okay, so one thing.
Oh my god,
it's crazy. It.
We didn't really go over what the captain discussed in the recap, sorry, so that might be
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Wasn't he taking us to his leader?
So he basically, what you have been informed is that you're going to essentially be heading back, essentially towards, I believe it was the sort of the eastern sea, which would be just sort of western, just to the west of the Earth Kingdom. It's quite a long journey, probably a couple of weeks at least. But you're basically going to be communing with the king of the pirates, as it were.
Oh, yeah, we relay all of what you just said to the guys.
Okay.
Leaving out, I can't. Yeah.
So, like, do we have a plan in action? Like, are we going to try and save the people that are captured? Are we just going to go along with it? Are we pirates now?
Don't really know. Yeah, that's a very good question.
I think the intention was always to save the people on the boat. That was the reason we got off.
Yeah, we just got a bit outnumbered. I guess we just wait and see until we arrive at their base and see how they're being treated. I guess because if they're being treated all right, then I guess there's not really any need if they don't want saving.
And it's kind of pointless trying to save people when you're out in the open ocean. Where
That
are they
is
going
a
to
good
go?
point.
Yeah.
I'm not a very strong swimmer.
Yeah, and because how my water bending's going at the moment, I wouldn't trust us in the open ocean on our own. Not gonna lie. I'm alright with healing people, but on that, I wouldn't trust us on a boat with me steering it.
Within the room itself, it's not on this map, but there is a table sort of in between you, and you've got a big map on there, which is basically showing you the route that will be taken. As you can sort of see, they've sort of drawn a line so far of the direction that it's that you've been heading in. So you will be
going past Marshu.
So essentially you're going to be sailing straight, literally around the entire Earth Kingdom, going past the sort of the Whaletail Islands, going through all of those. And then you've got the islands to the south, so you've got Yeso Island.
I believe in the area we're playing as well, Quiyue Island is still part of the peninsula there.
It is. So there isn't another body of that island's basically joined up to Qin. So you'll be able to, you'll essentially be going around that.
For context,
but
Quiyue got mad at Qin and then stomped on the ground and then created her own island. And
Oh,
Qin
badass.
just, like,
yeah, it's completely valid.
Yeah, do you know when you hate your movies, you decide to move an entire continent away from them?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Pissed and was like, "Nah, mate, you treated my people wrong," and then just went. And, yeah.
But at this point, that has not happened. None of you will have any idea who Kiyoshi is at this point.
Taka just looks at the map and he says, well, I've never actually been outside of the Fire Nation, so everything east of here is completely alien to me. Everything north of here as well, and south, and slightly to the west of here, slightly. I'm literally just pointing at Ember Island when I say this.
Yeah.
From what you can...
I've been through a bit of the Earth Kingdom because of, like, obviously I'm from the Northern Water Tribe. So I've been through kind of like the north, and I'd probably say like central Earth Kingdom. But as far as the Eastern Sea goes, that's unknown territory for me. So,
how would you have travelled? Do you reckon?
What do you mean?
How would you have travelled to the different kingdoms?
Public transit.
I mean, just like hitching a ride. I mean, obviously,
Got the tube, didn't it?
Northern Water Tribe, I would have used a boat. Oh, that's way too. That was way too much. Yeah, Northern Water Tribe, I would have used a boat probably to around like the Baru Forest, maybe, and then just like winged it, innit? Just,
Yeah, they would have had a lot of boats, so boat travel would be a big thing.
I mean, I think within this era, especially, boat travel would be largely. There are flying creatures, but that is more of a
an event thing.
It's a cultural thing as well.
So Sora's been to quite a few different places in the Earth Kingdom because she works as like a researcher almost for Ba Sing Se University. So she's like traveled to a few places researching like different creatures like flora, fauna, just different like environments and stuff.
Have you been to the library?
The library?
Yeah.
In the ship?
I love the library. The one in the desert.
I'm surprised that the one in the desert. No,
probably not yet.
There.
Oh, that would be
But-
really cool.
But Sora like sees that we're going past like the swamps
Yeah.
and stuff and gets really excited about the vast expanse of different life in the swamp.
Yeah. So you largely they being pirates, they do avoid the coast unless they need to land for provisions and supplies. From what you can understand, there may be a stop off part of the way there, probably somewhere around Chin. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see how the provisions go on the ship. Currently, it's a few days.
Yeah.
Currently, that you've got at least probably a week's worth of travel ahead. So you're kind of in it for the long haul now, unless things change very dramatically. Of course, you do have a giant tiger bat as well. I don't know how far they can travel, but
Pretty sure it can go far.
Moderately bad.
from your Tora is being looked after as well. The pirates have agreed to sort of like, feed them as often as they
With
require.
like a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, pretty much like sort of throwing food in the general direction. But yeah, So morning comes, and once you guys have sort of finished your conversation, there's a sort of very sort of bashful knock at the door. Don't know if that's coming up at all.
Yeah, we hear that. Are we going to open that? Or we're going to leave the latch on.
Yeah, you could probably
It's a little
get it.
chain latch on the door, so you
Probably
can.
get on Nigel.
Anyway, it's probably Nigel. You should probably go see him. I think it's probably for you.
Yeah. You gonna open the door?
Yeah, I'll go let them in.
Yeah, he will open
Okay.
the door.
Okay, so as you open the door, Nigel is standing on the other side, looking a little tired, worn out. You haven't actually seen him in the light of day before. He's no longer.
Catfish.
So you might regret your decision. Who knows? But he steps into the room, and sort of looks around at all of you, and gives a sort of nervous nudge. Good morning, everyone. Did everyone sleep okay?
Oh, it's great, Nigel.
Yeah.
Join us. Take a seat.
Oh, are you sure? Is that
Yeah, come on, put your feet up.
okay? And he heads over to the free seat and sits down, looking a little out of place among all of these very fresh-faced adventurers. This guy's in his early 30s. He looks a lot rougher than the rest of you. He's got scars, and he looks like he probably hasn't bathed properly in a good week or so. And he sort of he sits down on the seat, which is a lot comfier than the seats in the communal room, a lot comfier than something he's used to, and kicks his feet up. So the captain sort of given some general orders around the ship. Now, obviously, you're on the ship as guests, but we would also require you to essentially pitch in, help out a little bit on the ship.
Oh, I'm great at that. I used to work in the tea shop that you sort of pillaged earlier.
Well, that's great. Well, we've actually got plenty of different different positions that you can take, and we'll make sure that obviously you get choice of what you want to do. We have a kitchen
Taka's getting wrong from not work.
we do actually have an opening at in our kitchen. With our head chef is a bit under the weather, and he requires an assistant. We also probably need a bit of help getting provisions in the first place.
That
Sorry, I missed that.
I know my way around. So, I meant I something that Obi posted earlier about a medical sciences degree.
Yeah. Medical science degree, absolutely perfect for kitchen work, right?
Sciences degree. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So
but
Kova's
I
pretty
know-
good
I
at
know my
medicine.
way around
Maybe
the boat.
stick him in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well,
Anything you know, anything you need, like help wise, like general stuff. Yeah, riggings and sails and ropes. I know it all.
the
Despite
captain
my
did
lack
actually
of-
say that he'd like to speak with you again as well.
Why is the captain so fond of Cova anyway? Like, he seems pretty reclusive, but he's very fond of like hanging out with Cova and like wanting to chat with him and so on.
Well, the captain, he tends to choose favourites. I'm not privy to that information because I'm not, well, one of his favourites, but it turns out that Cova here is taking his fancy, as it were. Not in any weird way or anything.
I just wanna,
like,
I like side-eye Laoban and just stay quiet. Like, yeah.
I just chirp up and like, I'm good at mechanical stuff, so I'm quite happy to help you out, Nigel. You can show me around.
Well, I actually, we've got a few cannons that need some repairs. They seem to have some sort of vegetables lodged in them. I have no idea.
How do you get a cabbage in a cannon?
A cabbage?
Yeah.
Oh, they're like cabbages. I don't know.
Your cabbages.
I thought they were some form of vegetable. Yeah.
Weren't you the person that actually threw them into the cannons?
I know what you're on about. I won't do that to Nigel.
Sorry. What? Well, yeah. We just need some repairs doing on them just to see if we can get them back to working order because currently 2 cannons shy, and that's not really great when you're an entrepreneurial pirate ship. So if we could get some work done on that, that'd be great. Yeah. We also we've got a few positions opening up on our fishing sector on the ship. So if anyone has any experience either with fishing or with just general strength of pulling up large quantities of sea life, that would be really useful too. I'm failing any of that.
Water would help with.
Yeah, water vending. If we had one, that would be very helpful. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a vegetarian. Won't be doing any of that.
You're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I believe all nomads are usually vegetarian.
Well, we've got. If we have a word with the if we have a word with the head chef, we might be able to get you
some cabbage.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get you an alternative.
I know where you can find some.
Oh, okay.
Gunpowder cabbage, a rare delicacy.
Yes.
Nigel looks confused and uncomfortable. There's kind of he looks a little. You can sort of tell that he's wondering why he was chosen to like give you guys this information, and sort of eyes Quiyue nervously as he's speaking to you. Failing any of those jobs.
I mistake that as flirty eyes and just kind of be like, dude, come on. You're in the presence of like 4 other people here.
Okay.
I missed me and Laoban missed the conversation about him going steady. So for all intents and purposes, we think that
he's still trying to
yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
So there are also positions on deck swabbing as well, which I thought might be below kind of all of your stations personally, but it's an option.
I studied cartography once. I can help with that.
Cartography? Oh well, that's kind of the captain's area. So perhaps if we could get you an audience with him. He only speaks with people that he requests. So perhaps if your friend Cova here puts in a good word, you can get you.
Yeah, I'll tag along with Sora if I have to.
Obviously, I have to be having a good little fish on the back of the boat. I can't get in trouble over there.
I do want to say I will kind of supervise you in that. Make sure you don't lose your teapot, But no, whatever.
Well and truly fun around my way.
Yeah. I would say I don't want to venture back on board, but I don't want to. I'll probably push you further out.
Was Nigel one of the pirates that got hit in the face by Laoban?
Whatever's needed.
No, he wasn't. But I think I hit him once with some firebending.
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
he got whiplash. Yeah, and whiplash with one of my tendrils.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
Cobra
remembered
hit
by a
him, yeah.
barrel.
He shot me.
Everyone-
He shot me and he got hit by
everyone
Cobra.
but
You can see
Nigel.
there's notable bruising on his face, and like around and like there's like red marks around his neck, and he just looks pretty worse for wear, honestly.
I can catch you.
So
I just shrug.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I think that
Cool.
cut
Shall
out.
we get started? Yeah. Do you want to get started then, or?
Yeah, let's go get started on our
yeah.
tasks.
So who's doing what? Just so I know, and I'll get the word out, and then.
I mean, if you want to fish, I don't mind helping out on like the general like maintenance, or not maintenance. It's like general rigging and making sure all the ropes are tied properly and sails and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm happy doing kitchen work. I'll call it like an internship or
fix
something.
Yeah. Well, they'll be happy to have you at the kitchen, I imagine. That's brilliant. In which case, yeah, I'll go get the word out. If you guys just want to, get dressed and get ready, I'll give you some time. Thanks. Bye bye. He sort of scurries out of the room really quickly.
Bye, Nigel.
Bye.
I'm just gonna take like look at you.
So
and
he
be
seems
like,
nice.
What do you see in this pirate, or are you just using him?
Someone's jealous.
No, he's not. He shot Taka.
Only because he was told.
I mean, he shot me and I'm kind of over it.
Exactly.
So
If you tell him to jump off the ship.
Yeah, we're all cool with him now.
Speaking of, did you want me to heal your bullet wound?
do you know what? I think this book kind of got it, and then I pulled out the book that I got off Ivan, that he wrote all of his recipes in for the tea shop before his beloved shop burnt down.
You put tea on it.
Well,
So the book itself.
not only did the tea burn down. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say the book itself is worse for wear is probably charitable at this point. It was pristine when you took it, but you can see that the edges are burnt, probably from the fire.
Fell in the oceans was probably soaked as well.
It's somewhat soggy, and there is a bullet hole sort of at the lower edge of it.
Which I imagine it's a hardback book, so I don't think you'd be cheaping out on something like that. So, bullet wouldn't have gone
the
through.
the guns in this world as well are very not
They'd
as
be like
hard
flintlock
hitting.
pistols. So,
I'm going by one piece rules. So if you get shot, then it's like being punched. So it's
I just love how Ivan's had his poor tea house burnt down, and all the recipes that he probably saved and doesn't remember have now also been destroyed in the form of that book.
oh, he doesn't know. He gave it to me for
Also-
safekeeping because I was going to inherit the
Well,
shop
he
that
also-
burnt down.
He also told Taka that he could have the book when he retires. So he's probably wondering where the book's gone as well.
Taka stole it.
But Taka took the book, regardless.
All I know is he really didn't want Blake to have it, so I think I did the right thing.
Yeah, sure. Right, so I've actually set this up so that we've got different maps for the different jobs that people will be doing. And what we'll do is we'll just sort of go character by character, like we did back at the tea room,
Nice.
just so that we can sort of focus on individual ones. So should we start with the kitchen, maybe?
Go for it.
So who's going to be working within the kitchen today?
I'll be there if anyone wants to join me for some kitchen work.
Is anyone joining Taka, or
depends
is Taka soloing?
I'll bring
There's,
Laoban
the other
with me.
job-
She's a firebender. She can also help out. She's still got a teapot, so she's got the tools for it.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
Laoban, you were fishing, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, but...
Oh, you want? All right, yeah, I'll let you go fishing. I'll be all right. I'm in the kitchen
I
on
was
my
gonna say,
lonesome.
you can't really do multiple jobs because
Okay.
it's basically going to be taking up your day. Okay, cool. We'll go over to the little kitchen on the ship first of all. Then, as you can see, this one's a little smaller, and we'll put. Give me 1 second. Let me get your token.
Oh god, the fishies!
Yeah, strangely enough, largely they. Can you move your token over? Does it
I
let you?
should be able to. Let's find out.
Does it let you
I
select
can.
it? Good. Okay. As you enter the kitchen, you are instantly met with the smell of just stale fish, just wafting through you. It's quite overwhelming. There's also the smell of various burnt crustaceans, and slight hint of cabbage as well.
Hey, boss.
As you enter, a rather old and decrepit-looking pirate turns to you. He has sort of white hair, one singular eye, the other no eye patch or anything, just a gouged wound, and probably less teeth in his mouth than you could probably see on sort of surrounding on the floor as well. As you approach, he sort of squints at you with his singular eye and looks you up and down. So you're the
sorry, yep,
you're the new boy, are you?
Hi, yeah, my name's Taka. Is everyone on the ship like really into sushi or something? And I sort of
he comes
gesture at
right
the
up
fish.
to you, and he's right up in your face, and you can see like he's got this grizzled beard, and there's like flecks of food like still in it, and bits of phlegm.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's up close, you can see that the probably like 5 or 6 teeth he have are all black and rotten, and he sort of smiles at you. Yeah, you'll be a good one, I think. So, what experience do you have?
I used to work in a tea house for like almost my entire life. Yeah, we mostly brewing hot drinks like tea. Occasionally, I'd melt some like chocolate from the Earth Kingdom into a cup. But the Earth Kingdom folks like that sort of thing. There's also like I'm pretty skilled with fish, and I'm from Ember Island. We do a lot of fishing there. We're surrounded by fish.
So what sort of fish are you good at? What sort of fish are you good at cooking?
Mostly like eel koi, or like elephant fish as well. Elephant fish is a
elephant fish.
Yeah, the really big ones, like the elephant fish koi. Mostly various different types of koi is what we get around those parts, I think. Or we have the elephant fish koi like imported from the south somewhere. Because it's
and what's the best way
dish.
to gut a elephant squid?
Oh, I imagine it'd be from navel to eyeball.
Navel?
Depending on which cut you're after. Because if it's from a Fire Nation noble, he'd probably want the fatty cross section from the top half of it.
I didn't know they had navels. I didn't know they were mammals.
Oh yeah, it's on the inside of the body. Their body's like because obviously it has like a squid-like thing. It's kind of like an inside-out body. It's something that you wouldn't really know unless you've cut up quite a few in your time, which I have.
Good. So you're good with a knife?
I am very, yeah.
How good are you with... And he spits on the floor, and it's a big lump of phlegm.
Well, I grew up with my stepbrother Blake, who was the son of the shop owner. While he was usually lazing about, I studied the blade, so I'd say I'm quite comfortable with it.
That's good. So you're good at peeling potatoes?
I love potatoes. I used to peel them quite a lot. I mean, Blake usually ended up having to do that one because it's like the only thing he could do. But
okay, come with me. And he drags you over. And he pulls you by the hand, and he leads you over. As you're going by, you see there's a small little cat over on the just having a little snooze over on the side. Okay, follow this way.
So, does this cat have a name?
The cat. That's Pretty the cat. She doesn't like outsiders, let's just say that.
Can I attempt to pet the cat?
You can certainly attempt to pet the cat.
Well, what role would that be? I've got push your luck,
I mean, you've
No,
just
comfort
been
and support,
told.
I think. Maybe comfort and support.
You've just been told that this cat hates outsiders.
Ooh. Push your luck. I think it's going to be a push your luck scroll.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to do this. Okay. Submit. Alright, what happened?
So, you go to pet the cat, and the cat is fast asleep. But with her insane cat reactions, as soon as your hand even comes into the vicinity of her head, she whips around, and her eyes widen. Claws are out. And back arched, she hisses.
That's a friendly cat you've got there. And I sort of back off.
No, she's lovely.
Oh, she seems lovely.
Walks over and gives her a little pat under the chin, and she instantly like relaxes and calms down.
Adorable.
Gotta have the touch. I don't think you've got the touch. I could teach you the touch if you like.
You know what? I want to know the touch.
Okay, well, it's a very specific kind of touch. You've got to go in with confidence. If you pussyfoot about, the cats they sense the fear. So you got to go right in. You got to go right under the chin. She loves it under her chin.
The light could be lighting up.
Come on, follow me.
Under the chin, gotcha.
I can say
Leads you over. And he's going to guide you. So I'll say you have, I don't know, disadvantage. You get an extra +2 to your roll.
A +2, okay, great. I'm gonna say it's a rely on skills and trainings roll this time, maybe, or
Yeah, let's go with that.
all right, with a +2. Let's fucking go. +2.
How did you get a 0?
Did I put the number in wrong?
Did you get
I think
a
I did.
-2?
I no
Dude,
idea.
Why does it say? Okay, I've got a -1 as a modifier at +2.
Yeah, there's no conceivable way
Is there,
that
like,
could
a
have been a
condition
0.
that
You know
Two
what?
and
Well, I'll
minus
do
one.
that is standard way 2d6,
yeah,
and then
actually, yeah,
+2. 8 + 2, that's 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pass then, isn't it? I believe.
It is, yeah.
Good.
How
Okay.
could you get a
Go with
0?
the average of the two.
Makes no sense. Yeah. So you go in for a little scratch this time. You go in confidently, and you get her just underneath the chin. And this time, her back relaxes, and her head sort of pops up, and her eyes closed, and you just get a gentle as she sort of nestles in to your hand.
Blamey,
You-
dude, you are so fucking smart. You're like a genius. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name's Boris.
Boris.
Boris, yes.
Boris, you're so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to think so. Now let me just show you how to do where we're going to be doing the peeling. And he pulls you on over.
Uh-huh.
Takes you to this big ton of water that's now full of just freshly peeled potatoes. He raises a hand in the air, and you watch as he begins to bend the water. As it rises up, he moves it over and uses the water to grab a load of the potatoes that are on the other side of the room, brings them over and drops them into the water basin. So the important thing is to make sure this water is kept completely... He spits directly into the water, clean at all times.
Okay.
Because this is where the food goes in.
Clearly, I
So,
could.
so your first step is to make sure this water is cleared every chance you get. Do you have any abilities about you? You say
I'm
from
a
the Fire
firebender,
Nation.
and I just like raise some like a small flame on my finger to demonstrate that I'm a firebender. Nothing too
Well,
serious.
that is exactly what we need around here.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Can I challenge the fact that he has to roll for that? Is that a thing in this game?
You want me to? All right.
To roll just to make a little flame, I guess. Yeah, maybe.
If you really want me to, I will.
No, yeah, let's do it for roleplay funsies. Let's go.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
This guy's voice is killing me right now. I don't know why I chose this.
It's
fine. Have him. Ouch.
How does that
Have him
work? 'Cause I've
calm-
got 2d6 plus -1. So I rolled 2 1s and then the -1. Okay, yeah.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Double fail.
Okay.
You're doing well.
Confidently, you raise your finger to him and go to ignite, and a shot of flame blasts out.
Am I sat in the
blasting-
kitchen on fire? Is that my thing now?
Boris leaps out of the way as a stream of fire erupts out of your finger. Give me 1 second. I've got the assets for this.
sorry, not sorry.
Not again.
Yeah, my bending is a little bit too strong for me to control, I guess.
You've set part of the food on fire as it cooks. Boris panics and starts looking around frantically, trying to bend the water to get it over to try and put the fire out. As he does so, he starts coughing and spluttering and choking. and he slumps over onto the floor, choking and spluttering. The fire is not going out. The fire is spreading.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up the fucking water in the basin there with the potatoes, and it's gonna throw it directly on top of the fire this time.
Okay, cool. I don't think we really need a check
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
fair.
I don't think there's a check for picking them things up and throwing. But describe to me how you're going about this.
Let me know
Okay.
if James is.
I'm gonna go as close as I can to the fire, and then just try and pour it on as much of the
Okay.
area as possible. Just try and
Actually,
get the fire. In
that
one.
water basin
Yeah.
is about the same size as you.
Oh shit!
It
Okay.
is fucking heavy, so I'm probably going to need some form of roll for that if you're planning on literally.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
moving the
push it
entire
over
basin.
directly on top of the table, then and just spill it across. Once
You're gonna try
I've
and-
moved it over.
I'm probably going to need a check for that as well. Then, to be fair.
Okay. Am I gonna be pushing my luck on that?
I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, it probably weighs more than you do.
All right, let's go.
Would-
Hey.
Okay. So
When it
you-
matters.
you grasp the edge and you slide your fingers underneath, and using your little boy strength, you push with all your might and throw the entire basin forward. So much little boy strength, and you splash it across all of the food.
Can't believe nobody's
Potatoes.
around to see me do this.
Potatoes fly everywhere, leaving just a pile of debris across the floor. Boris splutters, clambers, and reaches out towards you, panicking, as he watches the only water that they have in this room splash across the floor and drain away down the large drain at the center of the room.
So you were gonna roast those things anyway, right?
Boris clambers to his feet, spitting out a big clump of phlegm. That was the only. That was the only water we have. We'll have to get more from the upper. Oh,
I mean, we're on a boat. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. How hard can it be to get water when you're on a boat?
purified water is quite difficult. I'd have to separate all the impurities from it.
I mean, you're a man of many talents. I'm sure you can do that.
He places a hand on your shoulder. I need you to go refill this basin for me, okay? Get on the upper deck to sort this out, okay?
Aye, aye, Boris. I drag the basin along with me, with my my skinny ass arms.
Considerably lighter now that
Okay.
it's no longer filled with water. So we'll cut to, I guess, the upper deck, which is where the majority of you probably would have been going. Let's just move to...
Oh, imagine if I burned the whole ship down.
Jesus.
So
It wouldn't surprise me if I'm perfectly honest with you.
before Taka arrives, actually Quiyue might not be there if she's handling the ship's cannon, so I'll remove both for now. So Laoban, Sora, and Kova, you're currently on the upper deck. There's various pirates operating around the ship.
Oh, being on the deck.
you can sort of see at the very end of the decks over here, they've got the nets out, which is where they're currently carrying out all the fishing. There's also a couple of pirates that are operating around the mast of the ship itself.
I'm so tired.
So what are you guys going to do? What jobs are you taking on?
I'm gonna go speak to the guy right at the end.
Which one?
I don't know.
Well,
Whichever guy.
I'm waiting on Kova recommending me to the captain.
That's
if you wanted to
true.
talk to the captain.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
You can do that.
I'll walk over with Sora to do that then. I don't know whichever guy we need to go over to. I can't move my counter, unfortunately. But
Can you not?
Yeah.
Is it not let- Oh, it won't let
no,
you.
I'm on my iPad because obviously
That's valid.
I'm not on
So
my
are the
computer.
three of you going to see the captain then, or is it just?
I'm gonna go and fish.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just Sora. I'm just pointing.
Right. What we'll do then, we'll come back to you two in a bit, and we'll go with
Yeah.
Laoban. Do you want me? I can move you if you'd like, Laoban. So you're going to go over and.
It's good. I actually bought my laptop.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm not that privileged.
I don't actually know where the fishing man is, but I'm going to assume
They
it's
are.
that one.
Over here, the ones that have. They're the ones that have the.
Little peruse.
Strong.
As you arrive, there's two identical twin pirates standing next to each other. Both have sort of dark brown hair. Both sort of look middle-aged. Both have very weather-beaten faces. And as you approach, one of them walks straight over to you and holds out a hand. "I think let me know how you go, right?" He says, holding a hand out in welcome.
Careful.
"Sorry, my brother's not as intelligible as I am. He was kicked in the head by a donkey as a child," the other one says as he approaches over here.
It's like from Hot Fuzz. I don't know.
He said, "An edge is an edge."
So they move around. My name's Rishi. I'm one of the fishermen on this vessel. This is my brother Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Now, Michael. We don't want to scare the girl off.
What did he
So do
say?
you have much? You'd rather not know, believe me. Do you have any experience in fishing?
I've had a little bit of experience fishing. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but I just feel like I've had my hands on a rod before.
Wow.
No, Michael.
No one needs to translate that.
Well, the netting's just over here. Let me show you. And he reaches over and grasps at this the large net that's placed over the side of the deck. Now, this is our main form of food on this ship, so we'll probably need all the assistance we can get. You look like you got a strong set of arms on you. He pats you
Trust
on
me,
the
I'm
shoulder.
strong in more ways than you know. Rishi shakes his head and and hoists the net over. So we've actually had this overnight, so it's probably got quite a few crustaceans and fish attached to it. We'll just need a bit of help pulling it aboard. So they both reach over, and I'd like you to make some form of check. Let's have a look. Check summon.
I'm so fucking professional. Let's go with passion. That seems to be your strength roll. You do a passion roll for me to see how well you manage to pull this net aboard the ship.
Hang on, I've got to remember where my things are because I'm incompetent.
Tell you what, every single voice I've done so far is absolutely killing my throat, and I've done this
gonna
myself.
say you're picking up the
Hey, you're
hardest
bringing it
voice.
on yourself at this rate.
This is it's gonna be rough.
Where am I? What am I doing? It's Please. Hang on.
Thank you.
This.
It's on character sheet.
Oh, I'm definitely on the character sheet. I'm just trying to find the fucking. It's right.
It'll be 2d6 plus 1 if you can't find it. I think you're a +1.
I think so.
We
She
get
is.
I found it.
Oh, hello.
Oh, mixed success. Okay, so as you're pulling at the net, you can feel your fingers digging in, and you can feel the weight of the netting sort of cutting into the very sort of like bottom of your hands. Now your hands aren't they're not soft and ladylike, that's for certain. There's calluses on there that they're pushing against, and you grit your teeth, and there's a loud ripping sound as part of the net sort of comes loose in your hands. Both Michael and Rishi throw themselves forward as the net sort of buckles underneath and try pulling at it themselves. I'd like you to do another roll for me. So how well you handle this.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh fuck.
Sorry,
The
I
net
jinxed it.
tears in your hand, and as the other two pirates buckle, as the entire net is literally just goes over the side. 1 second, I can probably move this actually. The net's now gone and
Oh no.
over the side. It's not. It's not
I'm glad I'm
impossible.
the only
to-
one that's fucked up today. That's good.
It's yeah, sure. It's not impossible to retrieve it, but someone would have to go over the side of the ship to pick it up. Michael and Richie are both looking over. Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, she's new. You've got to be nice to her. No. I'm sure she tried her best. Rishi gives you a sort of gentle pat on the shoulder. We're just gonna see. We might have another net just below deck. Just leave it with us, and we'll take a look. Rishi walks off along with Michael as they go off.
Please don't leave me with Michael.
I've got Boris and Rishi. I've just noticed. Running through the whole freaking cabinet.
I caught on the moment he said that the chef wasn't even named Boris.
Yeah.
Did you remember what the cat was called?
The
Oh,
cat.
the cat. Shit, I forgot what the cat was called.
The cat's called Pretty, and she hates outsiders.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
Laoban, after your abysmal failure, a voice echoes in your head. Well, you absolutely fucked this one up, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with the voice there. That's a bit of a shit show.
You then feel a weight on your shoulder,
Oh.
and as you look over, you see a small turtle duck. I've given it a tiny little thing that I put sort of next to your character token. That's sort of sat on your shoulder.
God,
You're gonna have to
I love it.
zoom in like 150. You might be able to see it, but he's sits down on your shoulder. What are you even doing? Why are you even helping them? You should be kicking the shit out of all of them. You're pretty certain the voice is coming from the turtle duck. its mouth isn't opening, but something in your mind is telling you this turtle duck's talking to you. No, you gotta be nice to them. Gotta butter them all up. Again, the voice seems to be emanating from the turtle duck.
Can I just chat to the turtle duck and say,
Of course you can.
fucking talking to me? I'm a little
Well, I don't see anyone else around here, do you? The turtle duck responds.
shit.
I mean, accurate reaction.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Well, that's a pretty rude and blunt question, isn't it? Where could this aquatic creature have appeared from? In the middle of the fucking ocean.
I thought they were native to the Fire Nation. Or
New favourite character.
Not that I'm here.
My argument is how the fuck do you jump up on the boat?
It's obviously a stowaway.
I'm a fucking turtle duck, aren't I? Can they fly? I feel like they can fly. I don't
They can
know.
fly, yeah. Just like any
I
other
think
duck.
they're like chickens. They can kind of flap a bit,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
fully fly.
I can flap my way on the ship, didn't I?
That's what we did.
Are you gonna ask for its name?
Oh yeah, shit. Who the fuck are you? What are you called?
I don't really have a name.
Why do you have a name? Everyone's got a name.
Well, I'm a turtle duck, ain't I? We don't have names.
Give him one.
No. We had a name, but then we lost it. No. We have no name.
Fucking god,
I feel like you've got some unresolved issues.
I'm guessing this turtle duck uses they them pronouns from the sounds of it, from the way he's referring to himself.
It uses. It
Yeah, I was
uses.
gonna say, you said it uses they them program. You use they them programs? What? Pronouns?
It uses we pronouns. I think.
We pronouns. Okay, yeah. Plural, of course.
We they.
Yes, you cold.
Fuck off.
Touche for that. Touche.
If there was inspiration in this game, I'd give you that, but we don't have that. So
Thanks.
+2 to your next roll. There we go.
Oh, nice. Hits a full success anyway.
So what are you doing on this ship then? Why did you decide to come out here?
It's for the others, isn't it? I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Don't even know I got here half the time.
Or maybe we're kindred spirits then. Because I have no fucking idea how I got here either.
Thank fuck for that. That makes two of us.
All three of us.
Or three.
No, it's only one of us, don't worry. No, you shut up. So I didn't get your name. What's your name?
My name's Laoban.
Laoban, that's a nice name. Where are you from, Laoban?
Fuck knows. I don't know. I work up in a tea house.
Oh, I've been there.
Deck to win.
I've definitely been there.
Oh, aren't we all?
Now, I have something of a aggressive disposition. Is that something you reckon you can handle?
Oh, mate, have you seen me with a teapot?
With a teapot? I have not, but I cannot wait to see. Yeah, I love a cup of tea. Are we having tea now? No.
Alright, you done it.
He, as you grab him, he's like, "Oh, get the fuck off!" And you like grab him by the shell, and his little legs are kicking frantically. And as you push him down into your cleavage, his legs are kicking against you. The little webbed feet, they're not like scratchy or anything, but you can sort of feel them sort of rubbing against until eventually he sort of just resigns himself to his fate and settles down. His little head just sort of poking out at the sort of V of your shirt. Well, it's not It's not too uncomfortable, I guess. It's not very dignified, is it? No, I quite like it, actually. You shut up.
Do you prefer this or the safe part?
Laoban.
Okay, to give my voice a rest, we're going to cut away. And we're going to go over to the captain's quarter. As you approach the room, the door's locked, and there's a guard sort of in front, keeping watch.
I'm gonna talk to the guard and say that we're here to see the captain with some very important business to discuss.
The guard sort of
I'm just
looks. I can't hear what you're saying.
Sorry,
Sorry.
there we go. Sorry, we cut out then, so we didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay. So there's currently a captain's door shut. There's a pirate out front. Sora's sort of announced the presence and why you've come over there already. And he sort of gives you both a confused look.
Okay.
So do you have an appointment then?
I'll just say tell the captain that that Kova's here to see him.
Kova.
And that's all I say.
Which one of you?
That would be myself.
Oh, yeah. Right ahead. He opens the door for you and sort of ushers you inside. He sort of then he holds up a hand to Sora and he's like, "You can't go in until he basically allows you."
I kind of turn around and be like, "I'm not going in if she's not with me." So let her in.
The guard, his sort of face goes red and he looks his sort of eyes widen as you can see he's having all the physical characteristics of someone having an extreme panic attack right now. And he starts sweating and he sort of gives you a nod and goes off into the room, shutting the door behind him. About a minute
I gesture Sora to like go in front of me because I'm just kind of I'm here as like the name drop, so I gesture Sora to go in front to see what business she has with the Capitan.
About a minute later, the guard comes out. His face has gone from sort of beetroot red to a paper white, and and for the more keen observer, you notice there's a large patch of liquid gathered around his crotch area. He nods to you both and gestures for you to go inside. Did you say Sora's going
Ladies
in first? Yeah.
Yep, ladies first.
Okay. Sora, this is your first time seeing the captain. He is a fairly young-looking man, probably about your age.
Good luck.
Kind of damp-looking. A little Weasley-faced. Something of a sneer across his face. As you approach, he sort of arches an eyebrow at you and gestures to one of the seats in front.
The perfectly drawn seats.
I'll kind of like look at him for a second and then like get totally distracted by everything in the room and be like, oh, look at those books over there, and like, oh, look at that skull. Oh my gosh, look at all these things, and just like completely almost disregard him and then realize like why I'm actually there. But
okay.
I just have a short attention span.
Do you sort of walk into the room then?
Yeah, just like barge in and just like.
That's fine. He doesn't seem to mind, to be fair.
He's got the zoomies.
His eyes are focused firmly. His eyes are focused firmly on Kova.
God.
I'm glad you could come back, Kova. Would you like to take a seat?
I kind of look at Sora just darting around the room like, oh my god, oh my god.
All Airbender style.
Is this one of your friends?
Yeah.
Oh.
Guess.
Would
you
you
don't know each
care
other that
to-
well, but
Would you care to introduce me?
Yeah, this is Sora. I don't know much else about her.
Shora,
Really,
Shora. That's
Okay.
a lovely name, Shora.
I'll kind of interrupt him and be like, I hear we're going past the swamp. Are we going past the swamp? Can we stop off there? I've heard that there's some really interesting animals there, like piranha moths and a spider frog, and the elusive alligator monkey.
Well, she's certainly enthusiastic, isn't she?
Yeah, I guess.
Silla sort of gets out of his seat and walks over to you. Now, what would you say you're sort of looking at the moment? There's quite a few little knickknacks around the room.
The books probably.
The books
on the shelf to the.
Yeah, he sort of wanders behind you. Very fine collection, if I do say so myself. Are you something of a reader?
I am. Is this a first edition?
They're all first editions. Nothing but the best.
And I was just like go off on a tangent about like the contents of the book. And in subsection C over here in this paragraph, see there where that lists that.
You seem to be very well read.
I have a degree, a master's degree.
I'm gonna interrupt and be like, "Sorry, you wanted to speak to the captain about something."
Oh right, yeah. Why was that here? Oh yeah. I did a course once in cartography, and I heard that there might be a position available helping you out with the.
Well, perhaps yes. I mean, if we've got someone as learned as yourself on the ship, then it would be remiss for me to not utilize you. So certainly, I think we should possibly. I mean, any friend of Cobra is a friend of mine, so I'll be happy to certainly. Cova, I actually wanted to have a quick word with you in private, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, oh yeah, you guys can go off. I'll just keep looking at these books.
Oh well, it was.
And I'll just go on.
Oh. He sort of eyes Sora and sort of thinks about it for a moment and then nods. The door behind you closes, and you hear a latch go across.
Oh,
so, there was something I wanted to discuss. Not specifically about your father. That's something I want to keep under wraps. Oh, sorry. Is your friend? Does she already know?
I just don't even acknowledge anything that's being said.
I just shake my head. I don't like verbally say anything. I just like shake my head.
So I'll be honest with you. I could not get a wink of sleep last night. I was just thinking about your father and his legacy, and the fact that I now have his own flesh and blood on the ship. Frankly, it's amazing. I was hoping you could maybe take the time to tell me more about him. A first-hand account. The only people that know anything about him are, well, let's just say they're not particularly friendly with the Fish Nation. So, Fish Nation.
The fish. Oh, the Fish Nation. Okay.
No,
I didn't realize.
Sorry. Now my crew might not have mentioned this to you, and I know it's barely noticeable, but I do have something of a minor speech impediment.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I know it's barely noticeable, but sometimes my words might not be as clear and precise as I intend them to be. Please don't let anyone. Well, of course, I am. Despite that, I'm very well spoken and I'm very well versed in my vocabulary. So, obviously, that makes up for it tenfold. But
yeah. No, of course.
No one on the ship has noticed so far. But I just thought, seeing as we're quite close, you and I thought it would be best that I should be open and honest about these things. Share my insecurities, as it were.
Yeah. I mean, regarding my father, there's not really much to tell. I was born out of wedlock, so I am in fact a bastard.
Well,
Literally
no, that's
and, figuratively.
many of them within the fish nation. We don't believe in. We don't really believe in the most conventional of marriages. It's sort of a free for all, as it were.
I mean, yeah, but he trained me. I kind of like I'm a bit cautious about what I'm saying to him, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I know Sora's there, so if anything did kind of happen, that she'd like attempt to have my back with her airbending. But yeah, I just feel like regarding him, there's not that much to tell. Yeah, he obviously was the Avatar. Yeah, he was always obsessed with the one that after he abandoned me and my mum. He did help train me a little bit regarding waterbending, but he was always insistent that I should be the one guarding the spirits. So that's just what I did. And then he ran off and never returned, speaking some, I guess, nonsense about a face stealer with the woman he loved. But other than that, and then I never heard from him again.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry to hear
daddy
that.
issues.
I knew my father, but I'm sure, despite his faults, he did still care about you greatly. I'd like to think so, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I am something of a waterbender myself. I have experience in that area, so if you did want to brush up on those skills, then I'd be happy to maybe train with you.
I go to say no, but then remember the fact that he literally put the entire fire out by himself for the tea house, and I remember it taking me like 50 different like tries. So I kind of suspiciously go, you know what? Yeah, that would actually be good, because like knowing that it's going to be a week.
As soon as you say yes, he's like, he looks. You can see excitement growing on his face. Now, kind of off subject. That friend of yours you had with you yesterday.
Yeah.
What was their name?
Laoban.
Laoban. Yes. Are you and her like something of an item or?
Oh no. I just we
No.
we all
So she's available, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I can introduce you if you really want.
I mean, he slicks his hair back as you say that, and he sort of leans back in his chair. I mean, if it's not too much trouble, maybe. Do you think she'd be into?
If she doesn't like you, she'll whack you with a teapot. So I guess you know.
Oh.
Yeah, she's pretty feisty.
He contemplates this. It doesn't look like it's a deal breaker.
Oh god.
So yeah, I mean, if you could maybe just when you get the chance, just pass on the message. Maybe tell her how well I keep my office, and maybe even put a good word for me. You know.
Yeah, and how you're a captain of the Fish Nation. I
am a captain of the fifth nation. Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm kind of just breathe a sigh of relief. Like, thank God he won't be simping over me all the time. I can pass him on to Laoban, and just kind of like silently apologize to Laoban.
You think this, but his eyes are still very fixed on you, and he is still smiling very expressively at you, and he looked very excited at the idea of taking the time to waterbend with you and essentially working with you.
Is that what the kids are calling it now?
I genuinely thought when he asked about if Laoban and him were an item that he was like going to be hitting on Kova.
Yeah, same. I wondered where that.
That's the impression everyone was getting. I think.
I kind of still think that he's hitting on Kova, to be honest.
Something of a
I think he wants both. Let's not
just a bit too obsessed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Sora still in the room, right?
She's completely distracted.
Yeah. I kind of like interrupt Sora's like in-depth reading and just be like, "Is there anything else you wanted to ask this dude?"
Yes. Where are the maps? I'm going to mark out on the maps all the places that we need to
The
go.
maps. Well, he gestures in front of him where there's a large map set out, and to the side there's also a load of rolled up maps. So we have quite an array of maps. Was there somewhere particularly we're looking to go?
Yes, I want to go to the swamps for the first stop, but there are many places that we need to go. I've heard that there have been many sightings of the alligator monkeys in the swamps recently, so we have to go there.
Well, if it isn't off course, then maybe we can have
It's on the way.
something of a shore leave, as it were.
Excursion.
If, like, to put any doubts at ease, I'm just gonna say to him like, "Oh, I heard that like there's a really high spiritual connection in the swamps, so I know that like my dad, all the past avatars like went there for like some spirit guide stuff." Without delving into it,
his mouth sort of drops open as you say this, and he's like slaps his hand on the desk. We'll set course, definitely, yes. Okay, yes. Well, thank you. Feel free to peruse as you were. Kova, if you'd like, I can get would you like a drink or something?
I'm okay for now. I think I need some fresh air, but yeah, I'm gonna maybe
fresh air. Of course, he stands up and opens the window to the ship as a gust of strong sea air wafts through.
Lovely sea air, just what I. Yeah, I mean, if you're okay to chat across with Sora, I'm gonna pop up to the upper decks and get some stretch my legs and maybe get some water bending drills in.
Oh, of course.
I'm still feeling like in my head. I'm kind of feeling kind of embarrassed that there's this little wet wipe in front of me, like topping me off with water bending. But yeah, I just feel like I need to practice a bit more.
I mean, if you need some time, that's perfectly fine. Your friend here is free to peruse as you will. That's perfectly fine. And if you could have a word with your your little friend, Laoban, and maybe
yeah,
a little word from you there. Yeah. One
I'll
man to another. Yeah.
Get a captain's dinner tonight.
Well, thank you for your discretion. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, of course. Thanks. I leave swiftly. I just shut the door behind me.
Okay. Sora, yeah, you can go around.
I'll just be like digging through all the drawers, grabbing like protractors and getting it like a quill and ink and just scribbling all over all the maps. Like.
And Silla watches you do this, but he's doing his own sort of paperwork. It looks like he's got a lot of administration work that he's working through. Looks like a little bit of accounting or something that he's working through at the moment. But he sort of leaves you to it. And after a moment, he sort of looks over at you, and a thought crosses his mind. Have you thought about secretary work at all?
A secretary for you?
Well, I have no one else on this ship that is as learned and as well versed in literature as you are, so maybe we could look to get you.
What experience do you have for being my employer?
My experience, aside from me being the captain of this fine vessel.
Well, I do like your book collection, so you're hired. I mean, I'll take the job.
He smiles at you and nods and writes a few things down. He then hands a note over to you, a folded note over to you. If you give this to my guard, we can look to get you a permanent pass on this ship. You can go pretty much anywhere on the ship. Not that there's many restrictions anywhere as it is. He then goes back to his work and leaves you to your own devices. Where should we cut to next? Let's jump to the powder room. Where?
What are we?
Have we got?
Is that not where we powder our noses?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
wait.
say I thought of a whole different thing than powder room. Not gonna
The
lie.
powder room.
Powder is in.
It's like gunpowder.
Oh shit,
The
they've got a
powder
cat in
room.
this room as well.
All the cats.
It could be the same cat. I can't remember. Give me 1 second. Let me put the tokens on.
I mean, I imagine the cat in the kitchen probably would have left, considering I kind of set it ablaze and there's water everywhere.
Yeah, it's probably moved along. Quiyue, if you will you have taken Nigel with you?
Yeah, Nigel showing me around the ship.
Okay, so Nigel's given you something of a tour of the ship. So before you actually make your way to the powder room, he's sort of showing you around all the decks. I'll show you to the. He took you through to. He showed you the pirate quarters where he was stopping, which is very crowded. Much less hygienic than your room as well. He looks a little embarrassed to show you this room, but wanted to make sure he gave you the full tour. As he does so, there's a few sort of like comments made towards you, which he gets quite defensive about. Just a little. Oh, you're taking this nice little young thing around. He's like, shut up, okay? And he's like, it's like, don't you? All right, all of you, shut up. This here, this here is Quiyue. She is one of the most important people on this ship. Okay, you will treat her with respect. Okay. And the sort of mumbling throughout the pirates around the room, and they essentially ignore him, but stop with their sort of jibes. He then sort of turns to you. Sorry, they're pirates, so some of them are a little uncouth. Okay,
That's fine. I understand.
didn't want you to have to go through. Sorry, and he leads you out and takes you over to. I mean, we've pretty much seen the rest of the ship so far. You've been on the top decks. So you pop into the kitchen for a moment, and you see that no one is in there. Other than some like a choking man who's standing next to a lit furnace. Taka is nowhere to be seen, even though you heard that he was going to be there. Until finally you're taken to the powder room, where oh shit, I didn't bring him with you. Let's bring Nigel along.
Nigel just got left behind.
As you enter, there's a fairly young man working by a furnace, carrying out some metal work through there. Nigel sort of approaches and gives him a firm pat on the shoulder. Doing all right, Dom? Yes. Actually, I'm getting on quite nicely. The man is very well spoken, quite clean cut. He's got cropped blonde hair, and slight 5 o'clock shadow, but outside of that, compared to the sort of grizzled look of the pirates, he looks very well kept. Dominic moves away from the anvil and sort of approaches the two of you. So who's your companion here? Oh well, this I don't know if companion's the right word. It's embarrassing, really. This is Quiyue. She's we picked her up back on the Ember Isle. So yeah.
Hi,
Nigel.
I'm like a mechanic engineer person. I came to help out. I hear you've got some broken cannons somehow.
She's really experienced. She's one of the best. I think probably. Yeah, she's one of the best. Really? Well, certainly. Well, I've had quite a lot of work that I've had to carry out on these two cannons. I don't know what happened to them out there, but it seems that they've got some form of vegetable lodged in them, which is I've never seen before.
Thing to happen.
No,
Who
it's
would put
very
vegetable?
odd.
Maybe someone mistook a cabbage for a cannonball.
Well, considering the sort of people we get on this ship, it would not shock me, believe me. So what sort of work experience do you have? Are you a...
Oh,
So you're on the-
I've travelled around here, there, and everywhere, getting experience and things.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you have experience working with machinery, with weaponry at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Always room to continue learning.
Yes, good. Well, an eagerness to learn, that's always appreciated. Nigel, are you going to be standing there all day? And Nigel sort of looks sheepishly at the two of you. Well, I just thought that maybe I could help with the... Nigel, really? You think that you have the ability to work with machinery like this? Well, I just thought I could...
Yeah, poor Nigel.
Come on, you gotta stick up for him for that.
Dominic shakes his head.
Poor.
Nigel sort of stutters for a moment, and then it sort of bows his head.
I give him a reassuring tap on the shoulder, being like, I'll be okay, I'll see you at dinner.
Oh, so you want to meet up later?
Yeah. I'll see you
Okay.
later.
Okay, I'll see you.
Wow.
I'll see you later. He sort of grabs your hand and just gives it a very gentle, slightly bristly kiss, and then
Aww.
scurries off out the door.
I mean, even I can tell this is above his pay grade.
You could have tried to defend them.
Well, now that the riffraff is out of the way, I'd like you to accompany me over to this cannon. I'd like to see if you can take a look at this for me. I'll move your token for you.
Thanks.
And he sort of leads you over to the end of the cannon. Now, the issue isn't strictly that the cannons were clogged. I mean, that's certainly what caused the malfunction in the first place, but it appears that it has created something of a backlog and an explosion within the combustion chamber of the cannon itself, which obviously means that the explosive mechanism, well, is completely fried.
Oh, whoever did that must have been pretty smart to know that would happen.
Well, perhaps. You know, these islanders, there are some very intelligent people among them.
Ooh.
I was wondering if you could assist me in... we need to take out the actual ignition chamber, clean that out, make sure that there's no impurities in there, wipe away all the soot and the dust, and essentially replace any components in there that might be damaged. Do you think you're up to the task on this?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Haven't really worked on something this big, mainly guns, but what's the difference? If I can fix a gun, I'm sure I can fix a cannon.
Well, the eagerness to learn is the most important thing. He gives you a pat on the shoulder and leans over the device and starts pulling out he's got a tool belt just full of various spanners and screwdrivers and various and a massive, rather large device. You're not sure what it actually is. It looks like a very sort of heavy-duty wrench, and he starts instantly clanking away at the machinery itself. He pulls off the outer casing of the cannon, and you can see large layers of soot and dust, and possibly remnants of a very destroyed cabbage embedded within the actual chamber of the cannon itself. What sort of maniac would fire a cabbage of all things, though?
I don't know. Do you think we could use this in the kitchen?
He pulls
Yeah, they're
out
having
a big
issues
string of like burnt, soot-covered, like stringy cabbage and eyes it. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's possibly more appetizing than some of the slop we're served around here. And throws it on the floor next to him. The cat walks over and eyes the sort of remnants on the floor, gives it a little sniff, and then like just turns her fur up and walks back over to the barrels at the center, at the edge of the room.
No.
At this point, Dominic sniffs and gives the cat a really disapproving look. Can't stand that damnable creature, he says, as he pulls more out of the cannon. Pretty sure I'm allergic to the thing, but it seems to find its way down here if it's not in the kitchen.
How unhygienic is that? I just thought of that.
What, the cat in the kitchen?
Yeah.
That's the unhygienic part, not the guy spitting
Yeah.
food. I mean, well, the cat doesn't mean any harm. It's probably nice and toasty down here for it to get a good night's sleep.
It does get rather warm in here, certainly. And then there's all the noise. God. There's only a small wall that separates us from the prison. And the amount of just shouting and moaning that comes from there when you're trying to concentrate on your work, it's horrific, honestly.
Oh, I can imagine. I bet they yell some weird things as well.
Oh, so many obscenities, cries for mercy. Please, at least spare my children, all sorts of things like that. But it's just become tiresome, you know?
I thought they were meant to be liberated or something.
Well, yes, they have been liberated from their homes and from their families. Some of them are even kept with their families, a few children on board. Honestly, it's more harm than it's worth, really. I mean, some of them, yes, some of them will be incorporated into our great nation, but some of them are only really fit for slavery. It's often the way, honestly.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Well, it's just the way of the world, isn't it? Some people are meant for the greater things in life, while others are meant to serve. He
Exactly my thought.
pulls out a absolutely, destroyed piece of metalwork and then throws it down onto the floor. Oh, as I thought, the isolator switch has already come undone. You know, these cannons are actually centuries ahead of their time, as far as I'm concerned. I've carried out many experiments working on ways of making things more automated, harnessing electricity. So we may not even need men on these cannons. Of course, the captain is still insistent on using these cannons in these archaic ways, but hopefully, one day he will see sense, and he will see the great work that I'm carrying out here.
Oh, I'd love for you to show me some of this work. I myself am a little bit of an inventor. I've been trying to make like mini cannonballs that you could put in a slingshot and aim at people.
You mean something like a flintlock pistol?
Yeah.
More automated, an automated pistol.
Yes, like
That's something that I've been trying to wrap my head around, the idea of a pistol that you don't need to reload.
Yes.
Perhaps with some sort of revolving mechanism that would go in there. I drew up some schematics that I'll perhaps
Maybe we
can
should try
look
and work on it together, two smart people.
Certainly.
Get something.
Gives you a smile as you say this. This Nigel that you he seems somewhat bashful around you. Is there something going on there?
He's a very nice fellow. We're taking it slow. He helped me get aboard the boat and let my friends meet the captain.
And are you exclusive?
We haven't had those conversations yet.
No.
Well.
No. Quiyue. I was correct.
By the drama.
Well.
It's correct.
I can be very discreet if necessary. And he slides his hand along the mechanism, open mechanism of the cannon.
And anything going boom.
Fuck's sake. Quiyue just working his way around the crew. I kind of just up to him. There's like, so fixing the cannon, hey?
Yes, certainly. Let's. We should definitely get to work on that. If you could just aid me in this. And he gestures for you to basically go to the other side of the cannon and reach in. And I'd like you to do, I don't know, some form of check. I don't know how we're going to do this because you're not currently logged in. So.
Oh no,
I am.
She's got access to the character sheet.
Ah, okay.
We think.
Look, well, I assume it'll be a rely on your skills.
Yeah.
Yep. And I gave you that +2 inspiration as well, so whatever from earlier. So if you roll Maybe you
Let
roll,
me,
have an extra +2 to that.
Did it work?
Yeah, +2.
That's fine, we'll do that a bit after.
Oh damn!
I
Nice.
pressed it
Oh
multiple
yeah, you
times.
got full. So you don't,
I mean, fuck yeah, you got that's like 16. So you're looking over this mechanism and you're like, there's some impressive stuff in here. There are devices that are far beyond anything you've ever seen before, and you actually get some inspiration as you're moving through, and you're looking at how the cogs are set up, and there's something that looks like some form of clockwork timer attached to this. And
I'll ask the guy if he's modified it, because it's not like a cannon I've worked on.
Yes, all of these cannons are modified by myself. You may have noticed we actually have a sort of a clockwork setup there. My idea is that if we have some form of timer set up internally, it could create an automated cog system so that it could continuously fire and reload without needing any interference by a man.
Oh, that's a very interesting idea.
It could revolutionize ship combat. No longer needing anyone manning the cannons, meaning that you've got plenty of your, well, bloodthirsty brutes out there ready to storm the other ships. Think of what it could do.
Like, yeah, you destroy everyone.
We
Have
would.
you had any success trialing it?
Well, as I said, the captain is insistent on using simply the manned
What if you just
system.
didn't tell the captain?
Well, he's always insistent on having someone manning the cannons. That's the problem. If we could perhaps find some time where they aren't manned. I mean, during the night, if there's no need for anyone to be on the cannons, perhaps we could find some time to test them out.
Yeah,
the cannons, yeah, sure.
yeah, we could definitely try that out.
Well, maybe not tonight. I'm sure you've got a lot that you're busy with at
We've
the
still
moment.
got a week of travel, so
We have quite a week of travel. Perhaps you should take some time to have a word with your little friend.
which one?
With little Nigel.
Okay.
Just make things clear about the two of you, and then
Okay.
see how things go from there. How about that?
Oh, Nigel. No.
You can feel like the sort of venom in his words as he says this, as this sort of evil grin spreads across his face. This man is a piece of shit.
What was this guy's name, by the way? I don't think we called that one.
His name's Dominic.
Dominic. Okay.
Wait. Oh.
Because he's always coming.
He definitely wants to be. He's trying.
Alpha male energy.
But yeah, you actually managed to replace quite a few of the mechanisms within that time. I'd say with the roll you've done, I'm not going to make you roll again. I'm just going to say that you work through it, and you actually do gain some knowledge on how these cannons are functioning, and it gives you a little inspiration. And you wonder if there is a way that something like this could be miniaturized. You also recollect his comments about some form of revolving pistol that he's looking to create, and something sparks up in your mind, and you're like, that sounds really good. I should steal that. That is a good idea.
Yeah, that is going through my mind. I'm just using him for his knowledge of mechanics at the minute.
He has not cottoned on to that at all. He genuinely thinks
no.
you're very interested in him.
But you're not interested in.
I'm not interested in either of them.
Okay.
Just stringing them along.
Oh man, poor Nigel. I hope he doesn't hear you say this.
Don't you dare hurt Nigel.
Yeah.
We will protect him.
Oh no.
If you hurt Nigel, I'm getting the fucking kick out. Oh no, you got the captain to worry about next.
Look, she's got the choice between the fuck boy and the nice guy. Those are like the two options. That's not the best options either.
Oh, she
really.
turns down like Nigel though. So what happened to Blake when he got turned down?
Did you guys hear what Shannon just said?
No, what?
Go on.
I said I'm gonna whack the captain so fucking hard his lips revert.
Fucking hell. Remember when I said? Remember when I said we'll try and keep this PG-13?
That lasted long.
Try and. This is a Nickelodeon children's like source material, and we're desecrating it. Anyway.
I mean, hey, there's mass genocide in Avatar. I think we can get away
There's-
with the odd.
Mass genocide, so why shouldn't there be mass debate? That's true. Yeah. So you spend some time with Dominic as you carry out some work on the cannons. In the meantime, we'll go back to Taka. You are in a panic, running to the ship's deck, carrying this big basin of water. It would help if I put you on the map. Let me just grab
Oh, I
this
had a
out.
condition earlier where it says foolish, and to get rid of foolish, I had to do something foolish. So I'm going to clear that one because I set the place on fire again.
You did. That was pretty stupid.
That was
to do
pretty
that.
stupid. So I'm going to clear that one. And I saw how I got the I know how I got a roll of zeros because I've also got insecure as a condition, and that gives me a -2 to rely on skills and training.
Ah, that makes
So
sense.
I've got my focus is -1 already, so I've got a -3 to that until I do something that gets rid of that.
Okay, cool.
Have I the captain's quarters by now?
Yes, I'd say you would have done.
And I'm
The way
gonna
time
offer
works.
to help.
Are you going to the upper decks as well then? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Give me 1 second. I'll move.
Water bending.
I'm going to put
Oh,
your
what a
token
perfect opportunity.
on. Okay, give
Still
me 1
got 2
second.
conditions left to clear.
Hey.
You got fucked
Well,
up in that fight. I'm so
I did.
sorry.
I got really fucked up.
So Kobe, yeah, as you're leaving the captain's quarters, you see Taka running by hurriedly, panickedly, carrying this huge basin that's about the same size as him.
Oh, hey, Kova. What up?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I've had a great time. I've met the head chef. Really smart dude. His name's Boris. Honestly, I think he's a fucking genius. He's just set me up to. Do you know what? You can help me with this. I need to fill this basin full of water and then purify it. You can probably do both of those things better than I can.
Yeah, I mean, I can give it a go.
I mean, we're surrounded by water.
I-
There's not really much you can do to get this wrong. I believe in you.
Yeah, no, I can help you with that. Just I'll help you carry the basin over to the side.
Oh,
and I
thanks. Oh,
Yeah,
cheers,
so
dude.
you both sort of emerge out onto the deck of the ship. You can see there's some pirates sort of walking around. Two hurriedly run past you, muttering something about needing to find a replacement net.
What are
So
they on
they've
about?
they've run off.
I don't know. I think they said something was wet, maybe.
As you sort of arrive on the deck of the ship, you can sort of make out Laoban, who appears to be stood on her own, seemingly, muttering to herself.
What the hell is she on about?
Who is she talking to?
I have no idea.
Is she just playing with her titties on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you then
Oh,
watch as she appears to grab something and try and forcibly place it down the front of her shirt.
Wasn't she supposed to be getting fish or something? But
Yeah, I think so. You'll never guess what the captain. I took Sora to see the captain, and the captain's actually interested in our band. So could you help me set them up?
oh, dude, that
he's
sounds like a
kind of-
great idea. I'm pretty sure if we get in good with the captain, that can only like work out in our favor, right?
Yeah, I mean he's currently like on my back at the moment, but I'm trying to.
I mean, we might need to separate Laoban from the teapot.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I did say that she was pretty handy with the teapot, but yeah. Anyway, let's get this water tri-lighter filled for you.
Yeah.
before attempting-
Maybe she can help out as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
So how are you going about this?
We're gonna go over to Laoban with the big ass basin and say, hey, do you mind giving us a hand with this thing?
Get fucked. No. So what do you want me to do? Fucking no.
Hold it.
Yeah, just hold it while Clover bends some water into it. I imagine you're much more sturdier than I am if I were to do it on my own. And I got hit by a torrent of water.
So
Yeah.
You brought it over to me to hold it while you were already holding it.
Yeah, if you guys could like. or
Yeah,
one
because
of
he's
you-
gonna bend some water into here, and I
Very
don't want to get washed off the ship.
This
Yeah,
dickhead
when
thinks
you
you're a
guys-
mug.
very delicately put fire over the water, I can like basically dehydrate like dehydrate it and.
I
remove
should
the
be able to
salt.
do that. I definitely can help with that.
Laoban.
Laoban, you can fire bend as well, right? I'm just kind of regaling in my head what happened during the fight, like trusting Laoban a bit more with the fire.
Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't know that you don't know that I'm the one who set fire to the kitchen in the first place. You think I'm great?
Yeah, true.
Laoban, you feel the turtle duck squirming in your cleavage.
I really hope
These fucking mugs. They reckon that they can just ask you to hold a bucket for you. You're better than that.
Make me think of the
I'm
no cat.
I look at Cobra and Taka and I see that they're not reacting to what the turtle duck said.
I think I can imagine, like, I look over to Taka, and Taka's just, like, inadvertently staring at your tits.
Yeah, I am.
Kind of
He's also going to be very red in the face and blushing because he's not really had to have a conversation with someone while they're playing with their tits.
Are you telling me that Cova the Virgin
Yeah.
isn't staring at her boobs? I mean,
Like,
come on.
I can see what's happening. I'm not giving you eye contact.
Cobra's too much for that.
Yeah, I'm not. I can see what's happening out of, like, the peripheral vision that I have, but I'm fully remaining, like...
Yeah, Taka's he's playing it cool, like nothing's wrong, but you can see, like, plain as day, his face is completely red and his ears are burning. And he's probably got sweaty armpits as well.
So, yeah.
But he's acting cool.
Sound it out.
Right, should we get done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so the ship is probably about 10 foot away from the water's surface, from where you are at the
Right.
moment. The way the ship's sort of built, there's about 10 foot above and probably about 10 foot below the water as well. Maybe not that much, that sounds ridiculous. Maybe about 6 foot below. So, realistically, the water's quite far away. So you'd
Yeah.
have to get pretty close to the edge to try and bend the water towards you. But obviously, it's a fucking huge body of water, so there's plenty to choose from. The water looks fairly clean, but you know for a fact it's going to be full of sea life and
Yeah.
crap and salt, which is not great to drink.
Yeah. That's why I asked, like, for a firebender to, like, dehydrate the salt part. But, yeah. I guess I move over to, like, the top corner to the, like, what would be the right of Laoban, I guess.
It's sort of like there.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously as close as I can, theoretically, to the side. Without, like, leaning over too much, because obviously, like you say, there's a big body, so I don't need to lean
Yeah.
over too much. Right? And I grab, like, a massive, like, bubble almost, and, like, spin it round so the guys can, like, light it up to heat it up. And when the bubbles start forming in the water, take the salt away and, like, let the salt drop and, like, use the clean water and put it in the bucket.
Nice.
work.
Okay. So that's going to be. So, Laoban's holding the big container, the basin. Taka's going to do the fire bending.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And Kova's doing the water bending. Okay, so
Yeah.
Kova, you're rolling first then. I'd like you to
Okay, so
roll for
rely on
the. Yeah, I'd like you to.
Okay, give me a second. I've got to figure this
I'm hoping
out.
you mess up first so I don't have to mess up.
Yeah, just do that.
Hmm?
And then just press the dice.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
Press the dice.
Yeah. Then go into the end tab.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Input value 0. Yeah. Submit. Focus. Yep.
Great.
Oh,
This is going to make me
Oh,
look good now.
what? I'm not denying the call out. Hang on. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
it's the wrong
that's
one. Okay, yeah, shit.
Hang on.
That's cool. I'll let you re-roll then.
Sorry.
It's a bad roll, but we'll pretend it didn't happen.
It's the wrong skill. That's fine. You get.
It's
fine. This one works.
Fine.
So describe to me again what it was you were trying to do.
Pull the water out into a bubble. Let the guy's firebender over it, and then put purified water into the bucket thing.
Okay. So using your water bending,
Unlucky person at this game.
you raise your hands and you can feel the strength of the ocean beneath you. You can feel the very pull of the water around you. You're like, this is my element. We are literally in the ocean. I bend water. This is where I live. And you raise your hands and you can feel it coursing through you. You can feel the very blood of your body, the liquid in your blood reacting to the water around you. And as you raise your hands, you shape this huge body of water. We're talking something the size, possibly about half the size of the ship, erupts from the ground. The pirates turn and with a panic run over to the side to see what is happening, rushing to the side of the ship where this giant orb of water has formed above you. It's like Dragon Ball Z when they make the spirit bomb.
Yeah.
It's like you bully this huge water above it, and you can feel it, and you're like, I can do this. We're gonna have so much water. We are going to be set. And you begin to shape, and then the weight of it engulfs you, and you feel a strain throughout your body, an ache through your back, through your head, through your legs, your feet come out from underneath you, your knees buckle, and you fall forward as this huge body of water crashes down over the back of the ship. The ship tips backwards, rocking everything as the water cascades over. Sorry?
Yeah, did I pull up the net that the guys were looking for?
The net, yeah, the net that fell in.
Give me roll a d20 for me.
Oh god, do I just do the /d20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that? Okay.
I don't know why I'm going with d20. D20 feels right in this situation.
Oh no. How is it?
Right. Give me a d20 and then call out highs or lows.
What?
Oh, you gotta see if you can guess if he's gonna roll higher or lower than you.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
So, essentially, you roll a d20, and then then as you do it, call out high or low, and then I'll roll.
Oh,
and then if it's high or low.
No.
Okay. So it's got a bit. If I'm going to roll now, and if it's below 11, then the neck comes down.
Okay.
Essentially.
I'm so confused.
Sorry, it's a really weird mechanic that I just thought up on the spot. So.
No.
Basically,
19. There is no net, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid the net is lost.
The net. I mean, it's still somewhere down there, probably. But
Probably being dragged along the bottom of the
your
ship.
more immediate concern is that the ship has tipped and is covered in water. You are all drenched, and now Laoban, Taka, Kova, you're near the edge, so I imagine you'll be fine. But I'd like you to. I don't even know what this would be. In D&D, I completely know what to roll for this. I just feel like you've got to roll against this because the ship has tipped.
Maybe like a push your luck.
Yeah, it probably would be push your luck again.
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah, it's all been rolling all night anyway. So.
Okay, give me a sec. I've just got to bring it back up.
I
You
got a
won't need
mixed
to, actually.
success on that one.
Only Laoban and Taka will need to. Kobe, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Come on.
As you're the one doing this, essentially.
All success,
yeah.
okay.
Laoban, as the ship tips, you hear the voice from the turtle duck. That bitch is attacking, that bastard's attacking us! Grab onto something and get that teapot ready. And you manage to grasp hold of the back of the ship as the water cascades over you. You are drenched. The turtle duck takes it a splash to the face and looks severely pissed off. Taka, mixed success. You smack into the side of the ship and you feel your hip smash against the railing. You feel a bruise forming. You take a point of fatigue.
I'm sorry. It's fine. We're using this game to bully Obi. That's the main thing.
I'm gonna like grab Laoban's hand to like help her up. Like, I'm really sorry. The captain said that he has some like spare towels to go and dry off in his quarters.
Smack his Smack
Did we
his
at least
face
get
in.
water into the actual basin itself, or
Hit him! Hit him!
Please don't. I'm sorry.
Can you hear it?
No. That's what you hear in your head from me.
Reluctantly, I'm gonna go and get some towels. Oh dear.
Hey, Sora's there, so you're not on your own.
This is true. It could be worse.
I'll say that to you actually. Like, you know, Sora's. I know Sora's in like on the captain with maps, but yeah, he said he had some spare towels. So go and dry off. I'll tell Taka and like try and help him. Get some water in it.
Excellent. Okay, so Laoban's heading towards the captain's quarters then. Oops.
Sorry, not sorry.
Clover, be honest, did her titties distract you? Was that the reason why I did? Because I've seen you bend water, I'm pretty sure. I mean, every single time you've done it, I'm pretty sure I have been hurt, so do you know what? Maybe, I should have expected that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm more of a healer, but I'm just gonna, like, angrily, like, turn away to the ocean like the antagonist of an anime and be like, I'm not talking to you anymore. Every time I try and help you, I fuck up, so.
I will have my revenge, ocean!
Yeah.
I want to check inside the actual base and see if we got any water in there.
Actually, yeah. The basin is pretty much filled. I mean, the amount of water that cascaded down on you, it would have been impressive if it wasn't. The slightly damp pirates are looking a little annoyed, but go back to their duties and leave you to it. Yeah, it's now filled. It is filled with salty, impure water, possibly with a few random sea urchins as well.
Nothing a good bit of firebending won't fix.
I'm gonna pick out a few of the seaweed, sea urchins, a lot of these stuff that I can grab with my hand. And you know what? I'm gonna call it purified. I guess I'll probably boil it in the kitchen over the actual stove instead of trying to do it again this time.
It's salt water. Okay, that's fine.
I'll let Boris handle it. He seems like he's the more knowledgeable of the two.
Yeah, cook it in brine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will just taste like hot dogs. Yeah, you're good. Okay, but now Laoban is gone, you now have a full basin of water to carry back.
Clover, I might need a hand. This time, like, actually both of your arms and not anything to do with water this time.
Yeah, of course, yeah, it's the least I can do.
I'm gonna lead him slightly towards the Boris's kitchen. You'll like him, he's got a cat. Cat's great. Do you like animals?
Yeah, we had a pillar bed dog back home.
Oh, nice. I've always wanted to see one of them. This one kind of reminds me of like Tora, but Tora's a lot more friendly and bigger.
I'd say that between you, you're not having too much difficulty carrying it back, so I won't make you roll for it, considering how the rolls have been going today. So I'll, yeah. You make your way back to the kitchen, which is below deck. Also, just to give you guys an actual layout of the ship, the kitchen is located on the deck just below this, and then the deck below that, there is where the prisons are located and the powder room.
Okay.
Captain's quarters, communal quarters in that area, as are your quarters above that, essentially. So most of the stuff is on this lower deck, and then the deck below is largely the prison and the powder room.
Okay.
So you only need to go down one set of stairs,
Cool.
and you head back to the kitchen. But before we go back to the kitchen, I say we jump over to Silla's office.
Love this guy.
Oh no.
Sora, he's just sort of been
Shit.
he's sort of just been watching you as you work. He's been working as well. You're getting the impression maybe that he is a little introverted, despite being very sort of authoritarian. This is a man that shuts himself away and doesn't really like talking to people that he doesn't know unless they have already, connected in some way. It's not really out to make new friends, but he seems quite comfortable around you now. You've also found a series of different books and maps and things on the ship itself. So yeah, you've found some information. What I'll probably do is at the end of the session, have a look at some of the information you may have found and send that over to you so you can have that for your character. Anyway, Laoban, you head down the stairs towards the captain's deck, where there is a very nervous-looking guard, very pale, smells strongly of urine, and as you approach, you can just hear him sort of mouthing under his breath, "Oh, what the fuck now?" And he sort of stares at you, his sort of hands shaking. Can I help you? He says.
Yeah, I'm fucking drenched, mate, and I was told that man down in here's got towels that we can have.
The pirate sort of looks at your very wet clothes, and the strange wriggling coming from your chest alerts him to your quite sizable chest, and you see his face go bright red, and he starts coughing uncontrollably. you can go sit. Yeah, and he walks away and just gestures to the door.
Yeah, I'll sort of past him and just walk straight in. I've not got the spoons to deal with him.
You tried to walk straight in, and you realise the door's locked.
Is
But it is, yeah. You go, you clunking straight. You walk in very enthusiastically, like, "I'm gonna fucking barge in," and you walk towards the door, and you just straight into it. And you're like,
Exactly the kind of shit I would pull as well.
"You fucking idiot," the turtle duck says. "No, she just didn't know. I reckon it's a pull door, though, so make sure you pull the door, don't push it open." "Nah, push open that pull door, show him who's boss."
I don't even fucking know which way the door opens now. I'm gonna. You know what? I think Laoban's more of a push than a pull. Can I push the door?
You can
Is it
try.
Can I push the door? Is it a push?
It's still locked, for sure. Try. Go on. Go on. Push your luck. Give me a push your luck roll. See if you manage to push open this locked pull door.
You never know.
You never know.
No, but
You grit your teeth as you're cranking your hand around the handle of this door, smashing your shoulder into it. Gah! Just from the other side. Not my webcam off. Got too animated. And a small. You hear a voice from the other side of the door. Who is it?
it's Laoban. Can you let me in? 'Cause
It was
it's fucking hot out here.
Laoban. Oh. And Sora, you see Silla start to like adjust his hair, like trying to smartens up his shirt and dusting off his shoulders. Starts arranging his desk, lining up his pencils so that they're all sort of neatly lined up in size order. And he gives you a little enthusiastic nod. Which you might not even notice if you stood engrossed in the books. I don't know. But on your side, Laoban, the guard walks over and just pulls a little latch on the door, which was quite visibly there, and pulls the door open for you. Why, Mr. Laoban, whatever gives you this pleasure today?
Yeah, Cobra says you've got some towels down here spare, and we've had a fucking kerfuffle.
Oh, a towel. Yes, you do look very wet. Yes.
I love the fact Laoban's got past the guard that wouldn't let anyone into the room. He just like barged in, like, yep.
The captain did just tell them to, though, from the other side.
Is the captain going to be sitting down at this point as well? Is he sat down or is he...
He's sat in his desk, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
At his desk. Yes, if you'd like to take a seat, I will look to get you a towel to dry you off with.
I'm sopping wet, mate.
Oh, I don't mind. If you want to get my... If you get my sheet wet, I don't mind. Honestly.
He's going to fucking lick that chair after you leave.
That's just the start of it, mate.
I'll just be like completely cut him off and be like, Laoban, you have to see this. Look, he's got the definitive guide to the topology of the Earth Kingdom, first edition, and just bring over this big book.
What the fuck is her deal? Go on, hit her with the face of the book. Go on. I'm getting nothing but silence from Laoban. I don't know.
We've lost her.
Are you back? No, you think you're back.
We got it. Okay.
It's all right. We'll wrap it up
Sorry.
after this anyway, so don't worry.
Yeah. Sorry, the internet keeps cutting out because it's the free Wi-Fi.
That's fine. We'll wrap it up after this bit anyway. So we'll just go through this last bit. So Sora's just approached Laoban with this book.
The definitive guide to the topology of the Earth Kingdom.
Oh, fuck.
You heard her.
First edition.
That's a big fucking book you got there, mate.
It's a big book. Hit her in the face with it.
No, she ain't done shit to deserve getting whacked.
Please tell me Sora he notices the turtle duck.
Oh wait, is she one of yours? Is she a good one?
Yeah,
Can I see the turtle duck? Is it like sticking out at all?
You can just see like a head poking out between her cleavage, and you can see her boobs are sort of wiggling from side to side as it sort of maneuvers between.
Just imagine the anime sound. Bruce.
I'll see it and just like freak out and be like, oh, a turtle duck! And, like just like go over to it and be like way too in her cleavage, and be like, oh my gosh, Tora will be so excited. Tora loves turtle ducks.
She's getting fresh. She's getting fresh. Get her off me.
I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna protect my little turtle duck. We don't even have a name yet.
What are you doing? No! As Sora, you're then handed this wriggling, like squealing like turtle duck.
And I'll be like examining it and turning it all over and like...
Make me a push your luck roll, please.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I don't think I've made you roll anything all day, so.
No, I've been doing well.
Until now.
Please get bit by the turtle duck.
Nah. Laoban and Sora always make good rolls. It's just me and Taka.
Oh, you jinxed it.
I did.
So you go, as you go to pick it up, it starts flapping in your hands. You're still trying to like inspect it, and its little serrated beak bites into the little flesh between your thumb and your forefinger, just between that joining point, just chomps in, and it draws blood and it hurts like hell. And how do you react?
I'll be like, ow, but look, like, not really, man. Like, fascinating. Look how sharp the teeth are.
Okay, take a point of fatigue, but but you continue to inspect this creature that's now latched onto your hand.
Please.
Get away from me!
Well, it can't escape now that it's latched on.
At this point, Silla approaches you from behind and hands you a very fluffy towel. Well, I say he hands it. He drapes it over your shoulders.
Oh, so much cringe.
I hope this is to your liking, my lady. He says with a wry smile.
I mean, it couldn't get any worse, could it?
Do you want to roll that?
You know, being a captain of this ship, it does get lonely sometimes.
I mean, you've got a fleet of pirates, mate.
And a secretary now.
Yes, I have a secretary now. I was just wondering if you would like to maybe join me for a spot of afternoon tea tonight.
Oh, the others joining. Are we having a Captain Silla?
Well, I thought maybe.
Will there be vegetarian options?
I was thinking maybe just the two of us for now.
Just the two of us.
Just myself and Laoban, that is. Just for now. Just so I could get a chance to know you better, you know, maybe a little more intimately.
Is this a condominy situation? Are you doing it every day with a different person?
Let's just see how things go, maybe.
No can do. Laoban will be sitting with us for dinner. She's going to be going through the topology of the Earth Kingdom with me. She already said she would.
Oh my god, your choices to policy in the Earth Kingdom.
Well, I wouldn't want to get in the way of any important work that Laoban might have.
You would not.
Laoban, I will.
Sorry,
I will leave it to you, Laoban. My door is always open for you, though.
That was a very good cock block.
What I do best.
Expertly. Man, I did not expect all of these pirates to come on so strong. I'm so sorry, guys.
I mean, they're pirates, it's fitting.
You planned this. Avatar dating sim.
With the worst options available.
We're all getting explained by the fucking British Parliament.
Is a ship called the Parliament? Is that what it is?
It is a metaphor for.
No.
Yeah. I'm calling now that Silla is actually a trans person and their actual name is Priscilla. Calling it.
Maybe.
Hey, no spoilers.
Sorry. It's just my what's it called? My fan theory.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's good. So yeah, he gives you the towel. He's like, if anything else you need, my door is always open for you.
I mean, it was literally locked a moment ago, but yeah.
You're not here. Shut up.
Drapes it over your fucking
Sorry.
It's over each shoulder as well. It's like putting his arm around her as he does it.
Just the two of us.
And then he just touches your waist as he moves past you.
No, he outside of putting the towel around you, he goes back to his seat. and he's sort of smiling at you, but he does look rather nervous.
Aww.
And he,
I should.
yes, but I obviously I don't feel I'm detaining you. You're free to roam the ship as you will. But my door is always open for you if you ever want to chat.
Alright, thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Excellent.
Wow.
Thank you. At which point, yeah, we'll sort of
We'll wrap it up here,
say,
I think.
yeah, we'll say we're sort of that comes to sort of the end of your first day on the ship. You guys sort of end up returning to your little team quarters, to sort of discuss the respective days you've had. Let's say, I think towards the end of the day, Nigel has probably tried to meet up with Quiyue, if she allows it.
Yeah, of course. I like Nigel.
And he.
Not as much as you think. Or we think.
So I was just wondering if you.
I told everyone that I was
You swindler.
very cautious of all the pirates.
I was just wondering if I could spend some time with you tonight. Not as in like just this evening. I mean.
I say sure. We'll go have dinner together. I ask if is that alright with the rest of you guys if I go off for a bit?
Sure.
Yeah,
I heard from Sora that Laoban got an invite from the captain.
From the captain.
It's like it's just me. I look at Sora.
That's such an honour.
It's just me and Lee tonight.
Dinner with the captain. That's certainly an honour.
I hope you enjoy the mashed potatoes I prepared. I left the skin on so they could absorb the salt water.
We didn't actually go back to what happened there.
Yeah, I would prepared mashed potatoes and really badly done. Literally, I was working through potatoes and moldy fish, wasn't I? So,
God. Okay, so as we bring the session to a close, Quiyue will go off for a dinner date with Nigel. I'm assuming the rest of you will just sort of eat together and discuss your respective days, and that's where we'll bring today's session to a close.
okie dokie.
And I will rest my bleeding throat.
Yeah, rest up, man.
Yeah, you've done a lot of pirate voices today.
Well, we're still on a fucking they're ship as well,
Yeah.
so they're not going
I mean, you had
anywhere.
that one dude who had a really slimy evil accent that was kind of softer.
Yeah, that was just a reprieve, honestly. It was just to give myself a rest.
Maybe we'll spend
but
more time with Dominic next time.
honestly, Dominic and Silla, I can do both of them. That's fine. Anyone else?
Well, hopefully you'll be feeling better next week when we continue this thrilling pirate adventure.
We
Elaborate
need to
dating
get
sim.
to the shops before they close.
Okie dokie, so we'll let you go.
Well,
Can we do a roundup before we start next week? Just like do all the like.
Yeah.
pluses
Well, do you
and
know what? Shall we start next week with the actual level up stuff so we can actually go over it with people who want to watch and learn how to do it as well?
Yeah.
We'll start next week with the whole end of session.
also, we're on this ship for a week, but I probably won't be doing it
Every
like a full day
That's
of.
fair.
There'll be a
That's
time
not bad.
skip.
We'll probably have something of a time skip, especially if we've now got a destination. So we'll
Can I
sort
grow
of
a
decide
beard?
next session.
In a week.
Yeah, I mean,
You can grow a beard
How-
in a week.
how old is Kova?
20 mid-20s. So
Okay, you can
20.
grow a scraggly beard. Yeah.
yeah, like three.
Kova looks like he can't grow a particularly good beard. To be fair,
No.
He looks like he'll probably grow a bit of
Not
bum
like
fluff.
not like his dad could.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably got like a bit. He'll probably grow it on the sides. And a
Maybe
bit
we'll
under
get
the
like
chin,
mutton chops and a
then like a
goatee.
wispy mustache, and then just
Oh god. Yeah.
beautiful.